Hey besties, welcome back to the channel. I'm here with a video that seems to resonate with a lot of you. It is a new bag. I have shared bag videos before and you all seem to really enjoy them. They do well. So I'm sharing my new work bag with you. And I know it seems like, girl, didn't you just buy a new bag not too long ago? Which in fact I did, but we all know the debacle behind that bag. I needed a bag to fit my 16-inch laptop, and it's really hard to find one. And not only that, when I have it towed, I don't necessarily want the bag just to house my laptop. I want to be able to take other things with me. Now, if you're new here and it's your first time here, my name is Trace. I create lifestyle content on this corner of YouTube. So that includes long form and short form content, sharing a lot of the things that I enjoy. So foodie content, beauty content, DIY projects, meal preps, a little bit of this and a little bit of that. Now, if that sounds interesting, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. But we're gonna dive right into the video. So first up, the bag came in this ginormous box. Why did we need such a big box for the bag? I don't know if it's because they were trying to conceal what was in it or because they needed a bag or a box big enough for the bag. But either way, the bag that I got is this in question here. So it is by Kate Spade. It is a tote bag. And yes, I did go with black. It does come in other color options, but I wanted the black because black generally goes with everything. I like a black bag with gold hardware. That's what I really like. And I did see one in store that I didn't really like. It says that it's gray, but it does show up lilac. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the bag. I will leave information here as well for you. So it is a large tote bag. It is, I believe the style is the Kip bag, but I will leave the information here on the style ID, everything. So I'll leave a card here. I'll even leave a link to it in the bottom. I did get it at the Kate Spade outlet. So it retailed for $231.60 Canadian. I did have to pay $15 to have it shipped here, and I had to pay $32.06 in taxes. So I'm not completely upset about it. It was $278.66. I have been looking at other bags and I really didn't want to spend too much. The bags that I were looking at were between, I think, $560 USD, which was a pull-in bag. Mind you, the pull-in bag doesn't have a zipper. Then I was looking at another bag from Coach, $578 Canadian, same thing, didn't have a zipper. And I said to myself, I said, do I really want to commit that much money to a bag that both of them are very kind of trendy styles that I don't know are going to last the test of time? So I said, you know what, let me get a bag that I know will do the job and essentially is my style. What I will do is I'll grab the old bag, or I'll also leave a card here. You can take a look at that. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I'll leave a card here if you want to see that other bag, because maybe it might work for you and your needs. Again, I do have my long chomp that I did buy because I thought that I'd be able to use that as well. It's good for school and work when I'm not carrying a lot of things, but when I need the essentials, like if I want to have a lunch and all these other things, I just want one bag. And I did talk to my mom about, she said, you know what, she's like, instead of having how many ever different bags that don't really do the purpose, why don't you just get one really good bag for work? And that's what I ended up doing. My long chomp is going to be a tote bag that I use when I'm running errands, or it makes a really good weekender bag, which I did recently use for that. So I will leave a card. Do I want to leave it on the screen? It might be too busy while I'm talking. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have timestamps for everything. I did unbox the bag off camera, so I will leave that here. There is still a few things here that I'm going to have to take apart because they really packaged this very, very well, which I was happy with. It does have the, yeah, so it is the Kip bag. So I will leave the tag here for you. The prices, actually, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and I should have scissors. I did have them when I was unboxing, but it wasn't working. So I will leave the tag here for you, for those of you who are inquiring. So this is the Kip bag. That's the tag there. You can scan the barcode. It does have the prices listed, but the prices are in USD. So that's that there if you're interested. And again, I will go ahead and link everything below, but you do have that if you want to take a little picture. So I'm going and I'm taking out the cardboard that was in the back flap here. So that's the back flap. It is pretty deep. As you can see, my hand mostly fits on the inside of it. It does have two straps and the zipper is protected. So we're gonna go ahead and pop that off. I already know that I'm keeping this bag. It's like, oh, it's like Christmas. But I'm really grateful. And I wanted to just make sure I got everything out before I spoke. So I didn't want to be rustling and tussling too much and you not hear me. But I do know that I'm keeping this bag, and I will say that the associates at the store, they were super helpful. Like, we had brought in measuring tape, so I believe my laptop will fit in here. I'm most certain that it will. But we even put books in here. We put different things to see how much it could really hold. I'm gonna open her up for you, and as you can see, it is very, very spacious. Something that I do appreciate about this bag, it comes with a 1-year warranty. So if anything does happen to it over time, they do guarantee that. I was talking to one of the associates and she did say that this here on the strap is generally where people see anything. So she says within that year, if I notice anything, to go ahead and go in. There is just one zipper pocket on the inside. It's there. It's attached right there into it, so it's not one of those flaps that the excess just hangs there. Again, it is deep and you can house a lot of stuff in there, so I appreciate that. Now, I don't know if they sell compartments for the bag, like a bag organizer. I do have a bag organizer that I think would fit in here. I don't know if I'm gonna need that. I may, because as you see, it will lose its shape. So maybe I will put one of my bag organizers in there, because this side is nice and flush, right? But I don't know if that's just because there's nothing in there that it would not keep its shape. But let's see. Yeah, that's the only thing. So I think a bag organizer might be in my best interest if I wanted to keep that boxy shape. Yeah, because one side is not as well. Actually, now they're fine. So I don't know. I'm gonna mull that over. I don't know if I want to put a bag organizer in there. I do have one, so that would be a good option. I'm just getting my phone here to see if I can get any of the like quick specs for you so that you have a little bit more detail onto the bag. As I said, I'm going to put it on the screen, but just so that, you know, if you're inquiring, you get what you want. Okay, so what I was saying is I'm going to pull up the info here because I know sometimes we don't want to have to scroll down, click off, read a link, come back. Chances are you're probably not going to come back. So why not give you all of the info in this space, and then if you wanted to purchase the bag, or if it's something that you wanted to mull over because you liked it and you wanted to look at it some more and investigate on your own, you can then go ahead and click the link in the description. So the Kip large tote, it is a leather bag. It does come in canvas and it comes in nylon. I wanted the leather because I just think that leather is more durable. It'll last a little bit longer and it's just a little bit more aesthetically pleasing for me, especially if you're going to work. This bag is something that I want to be able to use into the near future. I want to be able to use it when I do apply to school. I'm applying to grad school again. I've had my moments where I've debated about pursuing it, but I got goals. That's all I will say about that. So I did want something that would be transitional, would be functional for the test of time. I just noticed that there's something white on my vest. So the length of the bag is 15.6 inches. The height is 12.4 and the width is 6.4. I know we're saying the length is 15.6. How's your laptop gonna fit in there? We did measure this, and the length, I don't believe, was the size that they're quoting. Maybe they're quoting from here, but they're not including the space that the bag expands. I believe we got this at 19 inches when we were in the store. So that I'm not sure. It is a pebbled leather. The trim is lambskin PU trim. So the trim is not completely leather. PU is polyurethane, so it is a mimic of leather. It's not real leather. So the two-way strip logo lining. So this would be the two-way strip logo lining. And this surprised me when I looked at it last time. 18K gold hardware, and it doesn't say gold plated. So yeah, I think that's why she's worth how much she cost. She's leather and she's got 18K hardware, and it's not gold plated. Hello. The handle drop is an 18.5 inch. Honestly, for me, it works. I am short. I'm 5'2" and some change. Yes, some change. The exterior zip pocket, interior zip pocket, zip closure, and then it says that it fits a 15-inch laptop. That's what it says, but I did measure it. Again, measuring it was crucial. Now I do have my laptop, and we're gonna see, because my laptop is the only thing that I'm putting here inside this bag. So we will do the test. We will see if it fits. And again, I'm just doing the laptop. She fits in there comfortably and has plenty of space left over. I'm not sure if I'm doing this justice, and you guys can see, yes, you can. You can see in there. So let's get you closer and let's get you in there. You can see that I have plenty. When I say plenty, I have plenty of room left over. I have room in here for a notebook. I have room in here for a lunch. And I can still zip it. I do not travel with my laptop just loosely like that. I do have a laptop sleeve, so I'm not worried about that. But the fact that my laptop fits in here and I have plenty of room left over, this is exactly what I had wanted. And I mean, I was very grateful for them in store because they did let me put stuff in here. I think I had put about 2 binders, thick binders, in this bag. So I knew that I could get a lot of stuff in there. It was heavy, but it had a lot of paperwork and stuff in there. I think it was literally their binders for the store. And I wouldn't normally carry that much weight. I do know that I carry a lot of stuff when I do go out and about, when I'm traveling to from work. But again, this is great. And on the days that I'm going to work, I don't know just yet if I'm going to need my laptop with me, but work for me too is going to a cafe and editing and doing those things. It's not just going to do my regular job. So I want a bag that's very functional, and that's something that I can take around with me, and I'm not fussing when I'm going, because most times when I'm going, I have my bag, I have my camera, I have my cord for my laptop, like I have the power source, the charger. Sometimes I have food, snacks. I've got other bags that I put in there. I have stuff that I put in my bags, if I'm being completely honest. And I wanted a bag that would be functional, and I don't have a tote bag that does it all. So this, if you are like me and you have a 16-inch laptop, this is perfect. If you have a 15 inches would be good too. And even if you have a smaller laptop, I think that that would be great. I think that it would make a really good bag for school also. If you're in college, university, and you want like a grown-up bag. I know some people prefer backpacks, but I did see a lot of different things when I was going to university, and mostly the girlies, they were using a tote. I think we've just come to that. That's what we do, you know. I'm not mad about the backpacks. They do have some really nice business backpacks nowadays that just are their tea, if I'm being honest. So yeah, that's my first impressions and the unboxing of the bag. If I'm being honest, I kind of already knew that I was gonna like it. I just didn't have it in black yet, so I didn't know for sure. And I also needed to test it. I needed to have it in my hand and test it to make sure that my computer would fit. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please do your girl a favor, thumbs up, comment. Do you have this particular bag? Are you looking for a new work bag, a new uni bag? Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you are not subscribed already, please subscribe to my channel. I do see the analytics, so I will say, I know it's becoming preachy in my videos now, but I do see that some of you are returning, so please just do your girl a favor, join the community. Now, if you do want to see a what's in my bag video, I know some of you probably will, because as I said, this type of content generally resonates fairly well with most of you. So if you want to see what's in my bag, thumbs up, comment, let me know. We will do an updated wear test, see how it's working out, but we'll do that, you know, maybe a couple weeks in once I've actually had the bag. But again, have a wonderful day, evening, whatever time it is that you're seeing this. Take care, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye.